Hi guys, welcome back to the video. This time I'm going to show you an absolute stalwart lure you're going to want. It guarantee catches fish any lake you're fishing in the UK or even abroad, particularly on trout species. It's essentially an olive Fritz, which is a original pattern I grew up with in the early 2000s that pulled fish in left, right and centre, but back then it was just a fairly basic struggle. But now in the modern times, companies are starting to implement and change materials, flash and everything to look more enticing with modern materials. And I remember seeing Blob and Buzzer make this straggle, and for a long time the blue flash damsel was absolutely killing fish. Like, it was just taking them out for fun. And what they've done here is they've obviously put the blue tinsel within this struggle, and when I seen it I just knew that is the next level to the olive Fritz, and it'll just hammer fish, which it does. If you watch a few of my latest videos, or most of them, I am using this pattern for a long time now, and it just pulls fish out. So I'm just going to show you quickly now how to tie it. And also, you'll probably see online a lot of people have started clicking onto this now and utilising it themselves, and obviously catching fish on it. So in the hook I have a Sprite size 10 barbless. You can even use a longer shank, like a lure shank, but I'm just keeping this one a bit short. I'm using a brass 3.8mm bead. Could use tungsten if you like. I like a bigger brass head just for attraction and a bit more added weight. And you can use any thread you want, but obviously try and match the colour. I'm just using a light olive, but you can use a dark olive. Just come in behind the eye, run up the hook, to where about the barb would be. And conventionally the olive damsel blue flash tends to be tied with medium olive, but I'm finding this dark olive to be ideal with this pattern. I don't know why, I just think it, from my experience, it just fishes better than a medium olive, but it's probably the same. But I am enjoying this dark olive variant. So come up the side, take a good pinch of marabou, rip it off the plume in one go, put them all together, twist so they're all neat. There we are. And I'm just going to trim off the hard bits off the end, and we're just going to run our thumb through that fluff just to thin it out a bit. It's a nice tail, add a lot of movement. So just come around this now, whack that in, come around the back, just try and avoid it going around the hook. Great. And I'm just gonna take the ends off a little bit. So conventionally you can put pearl, blue flash in this tail, but I found this Sabai, or Sabai, however it's pronounced, new sparkler, and it's basically a mixture of gold, green, dark blue, purple, violet. It's got a nice variance of colours, and it is, yeah, I think it just looks really good compared to just blue tinsel, but blue tinsel's fine. And I can't find this Sabai anymore, so you can just use green or blue tinsel separately and just bunch them together. So we want them even either side, so we're going to bunch them together, come under the thread, back over till it's on your side. And tie these on this side. Then I'm going to pull them round down so they're even on the other side. Bunch them all together and then give this a haircut. I'm just getting the tinsel, not touching the feather. Just going to wet that. And so you've got all those different flashes going through that fly now. Cut a bit of your straggle off, or chenille, whatever you want to call it. Just going to tear away the ends just so I've got the base revealed. Let's run it down the top of the hook and then back up to the eye. And then we're going to wrap this round, touching turns whilst pulling the straggle back on each turn so it all forms one way. Just one more binder and come in and cut the excess. Pull everything back. I'm just going to seal all this in now. This should tie off. I'm going to do 3 hand knots on this. That's the pattern, guys. Absolutely deadly. Use it all year round. Intermediate lines, sinking lines, floating lines with long leader. Whichever depth of fish out, they are going to hit this, I promise. It caught me so many fish. Just watch my videos. It's one of my favourite lures. I'll never not use it.